Hello my lovely crafters, this is Crafty Sue 519. Welcome to my channel. And today is my Saturday mishmash. I know I haven't done it in a couple of weeks, and I'm sure a lot of you know I had COVID and I was pretty sick. I was pretty sick with that, so I didn't get to do much of anything. Nothing. So I did get into my craft room on Friday, and I put together a few cards. If you remember, I think it was my last video, I made new cards from old Christmas cards. Well, I had a few left over, so I figured I would put those together, so I'll show those to you. And then I had talked about making the Hershey bar boxes. Well, I'm going to try to put one together here and hope I can remember everything, but I'm afraid if I try to do a tutorial on that I'll forget something important and you'll try to make it and it won't be great. So what I'm going to do is work on them while we chat, and I will put the link to the person that I followed when I made these last year, and you can go to her, and she does a really good video, much better than I could do, I'm sure. Tutorials still make me nervous. They still make me nervous. So let me show you my cards. So what did I get? I think I got 4 more today. So I think that's 7 or 8 I did all together from old Christmas cards. So I had this one, and I just thought it was adorable with the little dogs. And it already had all of this sparkle on it, so I didn't have to do anything. And I'm not going to put a sentiment on the front of this because I don't want to cover anything up. So this is one that I made. And I just put this on the bottom. This was from a different card that I made, but I thought it was pretty, so I put it in here and just put a little sentiment in the center. The only thing I did not do was put my stamp on the back, because it all depends on who I send it to, which stamp goes on there. I have a Crafty Sue 519 stamp, and I have a Sunako stamp that goes to family and personal friends. So no stamp until I get ready to mail them out. So that's card number 1. And then I thought this one was just so pretty with this gorgeous Christmas tree. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to put any of my stickles on here. But I love the old look of this. I just love the old look. And all of these background pieces I put behind every card front, it came out of my stash of remnants. And so I didn't have to cut up any cardstock or anything to do that. I just found something that matched and used that. And this one, I didn't really have anything to put on the inside. This is the card that this came from, but it was too small for this. I wanted something more. And I went through some of my ephemera, and I found this, and it's kind of old-fashioned, like this is old-fashioned. So I thought it looked good. And it said, "May your days be happy, your heart be light, your Christmas merry, and your new year bright." So that was that. So again, this one doesn't need anything on the front, I don't think. And I'm still hung up on the stickless thing. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I don't think vintage type cards need that stuff, but I don't know. It's Christmas and we like sparkle. And then this one was just adorable, and I'm surprised I got as much on here as I was able to. This was a really big card, and I just put the same paper that I had on that one. I put behind this one, And I thought the craft paper went perfectly with the little golden dogs. So cute. So cute. Now on the inside, I had this Merry Christmas left over, but I couldn't put all that white on there. So what I decided to do is not put a white piece on the inside. I took this white and I just rubbed some red all over it to mess it up a little bit, because puppies are messy. So I don't know. I'm not positive I love it, but it'll do. It'll do. I think it looks nice. And once I took all of that really bright white out of it, I liked it a lot better. So don't be afraid to mess around with your inks and stuff. You know, it's easy. Easy peasy putting these things together. Boy, all these years that I've made cards and never once did this. Crazy. And this was the last one. And this was a big card, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. But it made it just made it with the piece on Earth being here. Look at, I have maybe a 1/16 of an inch left. And this worked out fine. And over here on the other card was the dove. So I couldn't fit it on the front, so I cut that piece out and put it on the inside. Have the same sentiment as the other one I read you. And I think what I might do is cut out a silver star and put it here, just so this isn't so blank. Just so it's not so blank. So let me know what you think of my 4 cards. Now, all of my Christmas cards going forward will be all handmade. I have to bring my container of Christmas items in from the garage. I have not done that yet. But that was fun. That was fun. That was different for me. And I had a good time figuring out how I wanted to do them, if I wanted to put sentiments on them. All that good stuff that we do when we make cards. So I know a couple of weeks ago I talked about this little box, and never thought I would say I'm not comfortable doing this, but I'm not comfortable doing this. There's a lot to it. But what I did do was I got some little Hershey bars. I was at Dollar Tree the other day, and I know that these fit in here. So I just want to show you that, you know, you can just slide a candy bar in there and maybe add a little gift card. And that's it. And I just put a little Velcro piece on here, stuck it on, and it makes a cute little gift, right? And it could be for anything. It doesn't have to be for Christmas or birthdays. It could be for anything. It could be for nothing. You just want to give somebody a little something. So I have a couple that I was starting, and I said, well, maybe I'll try to put them together with you. I hope. I hope. I'm a little nervous about even putting it together. I got this part cut out, and the reason I did that is because I also started another one that'll be a white box with candy cane. And this is the paper. This is a great scrap buster. You need so little of the pattern paper. Go through your stash. I mean, gosh, I know we all have pieces. And this was just scrap. Scrap, scrap, scrap. So I'm going to cut this one out. Oops, there goes my cards. I'm going to cut this one out and get the shape correct before I forget what I'm supposed to do. It's been a while since I've done this, and I thought I had the pattern written, and I looked everywhere for it and couldn't find it. So I went searching online, and fortunately I found the tutorial that I followed for this. So like I said, I'll put that in the description, and you can watch her and make these from hers. Little tip, I think she may do it in her video too. Whenever you have something in the middle like this and you got to cut it off, fold back the other pieces. Makes it a heck of a lot easier, and you don't cut things you're not supposed to. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. I have made plenty of boo-boos. Actually, one of those cards I just showed you has a big boo-boo in it, and I'm sure none of you even caught it because I covered it up. So many people, I see so many people, they make a mistake on something and they ditch it and start all over again. If it could be covered up, why are you going to start all over again and waste all that hard work and supplies that you use to make something? Just cover it up. If it can be. Not everything can be. Some things have to be ditched, unfortunately. Okay, so this is the top. This is the back. So what I'm going to do is round the corners of the top, because it's just a pretty look. It's not necessary, but I like to do it. And while I do that, oops, wrong one. Let's put this one here, and let's finish up the green one first before I put this one together. So I started putting some things together, the pieces for the inside. I hope I'm not confusing you doing this, but I wanted to be doing something while we chatted. So on the front piece that goes on the front flap, I rounded these corners too, of course, because I did this. I was going to try doing this one with you, but this dark green, I know, is not easy to see. So I scratched that idea, and then I was starting with the white, and I said I'm never going to remember all these steps. I'm just not going to. So that's when I decided to just send you to the lovely lady I learned how to make these from. So I have to remember how these things go too. So this larger piece is going to go here. I know I'm going to mess this up at some point. I know I'm going to mess this up. I wanted to do a very traditional Christmas one, and then one that was a little more fun, thus the candy canes on the white one. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to give dimensions and everything because you can get it from her. I do have them written down because I didn't want to forget, but now to figure out these boxes. All right. Now to do this part, I want to make sure that I'm doing it the right way. Nope, that's not right. This is going to go this way. So I'm going to go this. Oh, because that would be on the outside. So this goes here. Yes. Yes. So you can do this with double-sided tape if you like. I learned a long time ago that double-sided tape is not always reliable. So I like to use glue. It's much more sturdy, I think. I knew there was a way of doing it this way. I think I need to put my other light on. I can't see very well. It's a bit cloudy out. So I'm just matching this bottom line to bring this up, because this is going to be the little holder. There's a lot of scoring on this, so there's a lot that you have to really burnish down well to work well. And then this little piece is just going to come up like this and make the bottom holder. So I will put my handy dandy glue on here. And I'll have to hold it for a second. So what have you all been up to lately? Gosh, I wish I had more time to watch videos. I try to get to some, and it's difficult. I know I'm busy with my crocheting, and I can't help that now with markets coming up. That's got to be my priority. This will take forever. Forever. Let's see if I can do this here. But I'm excited about it. I've been making some cool things, I think. So I want to make sure I do this right. This goes on that one, then comes up. I have to burnish these. It's not hard, it's just a lot of steps. Just a lot of steps. So I do really miss this. I do really miss this. After my market in October, 2 days after I leave and go to Rhode Island again, I'm going to be wiped out. That market is going to be a killer for me, because it's going to be a busy one. Then it's 2 days long. Get this on straight. And I already had my trip to Rhode Island planned because it's fall, my favorite time of year. Perfect. So I'm going to my son and daughter-in-law's. I see my grandkids and my other son, and oh my gosh, my niece. I don't know if she's having her reconstructive surgery in October. I'm not sure. One great thing about hot glue to glue is it sticks right away. Here we have our little box. Okay. See, it wasn't that bad once you get going on it. Isn't that cute? And then I will put a little Velcro dot on it to hold it closed. You can use a magnet if you like, but on these little things that will most likely get thrown away after you give it to somebody, I don't like to waste things like magnets. So you just put your Velcro dot wherever you like. Bring your other piece over. Cute. I guess you could put a piece of paper on top if you like. I didn't on the other one. I didn't. And there you go. There's your little closure. And you got your box. And I don't know if I want to put a candy bar in here to show you, but I don't think it'll be dry yet. Let's see. And it fits in perfectly with the little gift card. Really cute little thing. Really, really cute thing. And makes a nice little gift. And like I said, it doesn't have to be for Christmas or birthdays. It can be for anything. Anything, anything. So there's one done. The only thing I have not done yet is a little decoration on the front. And if you watch, I've got Velcro all over me. If you watch her video, you will see that she gives you ideas on what you can put as decorations. And I just go with whatever I feel like. Her name is Dawn Robles, the person, so, you know, should I try this one? I don't know. I don't know. That's the top. All right. One little thing that may get a little bit confusing is these 4 pieces have to be cut diagonally up to the score line. Make sure when you do that, it's the same on all 4 pieces, because when you go around to this side, you gotta kind of cut it in the opposite direction so that it's all the same. See, if I flipped it this way and cut it this way, it wouldn't come out properly. So I just leave it this way and cut that diagonal. So see, you have the long part on the bottom here. Ask me why I'm telling you that. Because I know for sure when I first started making these, I did that wrong. So they're all going in the correct way. So I'm going to start burnishing all these pieces. The pieces are so tiny because you're working with some 1/4-inch pieces. So it's pretty small. Pretty small. I don't have a whole heck of a lot to say because I was sick. For any of you who had COVID, you know what I'm talking about. It was terrible. I was really sick. But I'm better now. Now Grumpy's not so great. He tested positive about 4 or 5 days after I did. I'm sure he got it from me. All these years, all these years that this has been going around, and we've been so careful and so blessed that we did not get COVID, and now at this point we got it. Doctor said it's really, really prevalent right now. A lot of people have it. I talked to some people, and one person said to me, I've had it 7 times. 7 times? What the heck are you doing to get it 7 times? My gosh. But what are you going to do? I guess it was just my turn. Our turn. Because like I said, Grumpy has it too. So I got all of my burnishing done. This is my front piece, so I have to round the corners. I hope I'm not boring you. I hope I'm not boring you. I miss doing things like this. I really do. So this is what I could think of for today. I made those cards, and for a couple of more weeks I'm just not going to have time to do this. Then I go on vacation, and I definitely won't be doing anything the 2 weeks I'm away. So the second half of October I will be out of town. And November, well, I signed up for 2 more markets. Small ones though. Small ones here in my community. And in another community down the street. I know for sure I'm in the one in my community. I have not heard from the other one yet. I really hope I get that one because it's inside. I did the one here in my community last year. It was in December 10th, I think. And I'll tell you, it was hot in December. Oh gosh, I'd love to move back to New England. I'd love to. But that falls on deaf ears. Grumpy wants no part of it. I'd go back tomorrow. I think Florida is boring. I do. Can't do anything all summer long. It's too hot. We get heat stroke just being outside for 15 minutes. My poor dog, I can't even take her for a walk. Unless it's after dark or very early morning, and I am not an early morning person. So he's not been going outside much. Even when he goes outside though, he doesn't like to stay up. It's too hot. So boring, boring, boring. Boring, boring, boring. I wish you all could answer me back so that I know there's a way of doing this, and I can't figure it out. I have to go back and watch the tutorial. I don't know. There's an easier way to do this than I'm doing it. I just can't remember. It's been a couple of weeks. It's kind of strange talking to myself too. I know I'm talking to you, but you can't answer me back. I have to learn how to do lives. I'd like to do that one time. where we can actually communicate at the same time. That would be fun. I would like that. I don't know how to do it. I've never done one. Never. Goes this way. So, I hope you watch that video and make some of these. I would only suggest that you measure the box, because you go to some place like CVS or Walgreens or whatever and pick up candy bars and they're huge and they're not going to fit in these. Just make sure what you buy. Where was I the other day? I was at Bass Pro Shop with Grumpy. He wanted to buy some shirts. And they had candy bars. They had white chocolate Hershey's. And they were perfect size for this. I should have gotten some because I like white chocolate better than milk chocolate or dark chocolate. I think that's what I put in the ones I made last year. So, my excitement. Work, work, work. Crochet, crochet, crochet. Try to get in here and do a little bit of something. And look at all my stuff and go, what a waste. Why am I not doing more of this? I don't even know how long this video is. I think I was saying on in my crochet videos how different the communities are, where I was telling them about our paper crafting community and how lovey and everybody is, you know. Everybody signs their comments with love and hugs, or hugs and kisses, or whatever. There we go. Box number 2. Box number 2. And it's not like that at all on the crochet side. It's work, work, work over there. Which is fine. It's fine having different, different types of things to belong to and do. Here we go. Here's box number 2. Oops, that didn't stick down. And I was telling them about how nice everybody here was. Oops, this isn't sticking very well. Not sticking. I might have to change it. Put a little glue on it, see what happens. And I miss that stuff. I miss that friendship and camaraderie we have in this community too. We do there. It's different. That's all. It's just different. Oh well. I will put a new Velcro on this because that one's not sticking for some reason. Not sticking. Let's see. All right, everyone. I probably bored you long enough with this. But I really wanted to get something up. I didn't want you to think I totally deserted you all, because I haven't. I think of you often. I do try to watch videos. I don't always succeed, but know that I love yous. And I miss yous. Yous. Oh, come on. These are kind of old, and I'm wondering if that's... Here we go. I'm going to push that down good. There we go. And of course, I wish you all well. Don't get sick. It's not fun. It is not fun at all. Stay healthy, please. There's my boxes. Here's my 4 little cards. So see, I did something. I did something. All right, everyone. This is not the most thrilling video, I know. But like I said, I really, really wanted to come on, let you know I'm still alive. I'm still kicking out here. Still missing my paper crafting. It's my happy place. So, all right. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. And remember, be creative, have fun, and do something just a little bit naughty. Love yous. Bye.